guys to Lawn Care Tips and Tricks. My name is Blake Hawthorn, owner of It's His Turf, and today we're going to be looking at the core essentials that you will need when starting a lawn care company. All right guys, so if you're just starting out with your lawn care company, the things that you're going to need is a mower, a weed eater, an edger, and a blower. These are the 4 things that you need when starting a company. The most important thing that you're going to need though is a trailer. This is going to be something that you can be able to pull your equipment with if you don't have a pickup. If you have a truck, you can literally put this equipment into the back of your truck and start your company using it. Also, what we're going to talk about later on in the video is the 3 different setups that you could build depending on the vehicle that you currently have. So while we're talking about this equipment and the things that you need and maybe the prices for these setups, I want you to be thinking about what you already have, how you can implement that when starting your company, and not spend and get a whole lot in debt just to start out and maybe look cool. That's the mistake a lot of guys make, is they go in and they get in a lot of debt just to have the coolest setup, and then what happens is they realize it's a lot harder to do this line of work, and then they end up having to try to get rid of that stuff or just letting it go back. And so guys, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on the core essentials, building your company from the ground up. As you build those profit margins, growing and expanding your company, putting more money in your pocket, and sustaining a business model that's gonna last. So guys, the first thing that we're looking at is that initial setup, that setup that I had for my Lawns for Tuition. I prefer a trailer over the pickup because if I have a pickup, I'm gonna be looking at getting a bigger trailer. So that's just my mindset. But if you already have a truck, you could definitely get those core essentials, put them in the back of that truck and get to work. But what we're gonna focus on is the trailer setups because that's the business model that I've ran since day one. So guys, in 2013, we launched a company called Lawns for Tuition. It was from our previous company, Lawns for Tuition, when I first started, but this was a college mentorship program. With this, we used a 5x10 trailer. We put a compact 44 on it that was used heavily through It's His Turf, just kind of handed it down. We put a 21-inch push mower on it, an edger, 2 weed eaters, some hand tools, things like a pitchfork, a shovel, 2 leaf rakes, a hard rake, a square tip, put it on the rack. We put a toolbox on there, put things like mixing oil, spark plugs, tools to work on our stuff, straps, safety glasses, gloves, lops, any of those things that we may need to do kind of an odd and end job or work on our equipment just to keep us going. Put 2 gas jugs on the trailer, a weed eater string holder, and then a backpack blower and rack on there. So we had this on the 5x10 trailer just decked out all around, and it was a very compact, very, very profitable trailer and setup. I think total value of the used equipment was right around $3,000, $3,500 for everything. That's mower, trailer, all. And we were out there making money with it, guys. So you don't need to get $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in debt just to start your lawn care company. This was something that we were using and being very effective in the field. But guys, the next setup you could do if you have a pickup truck, say a half-ton truck, is to get into like a 12-foot trailer. I recommend getting the ones with the 4-foot sides because it allows for you to be able to put a lot of debris in it. If your budget does not allow for that, you can definitely buy a regular trailer and then build you some plywood size as you grow your company. So don't think that you just gotta get that commercial looking setup right off the bat. Be very mindful of your budget and the cash that you have that you can invest into this setup. So guys, if you go into the 12-foot setup, we've talked about it before, it allows you to do things like haul-offs, leaves, debris, different things like that, and that's a huge plus when growing your company. My initial setup for Lawns for Tuition when I launched it, trailer ran me right around $1,200, $1,300, but my HD 2660 ran me right around $5,000, and then if I was to put a used value on all the equipment I borrowed from my dad, I would say I probably had about another $1,000 in that setup. So just under $8,000, not including my truck and that setup that I started out with. And then guys, the third setup's gonna be, say you have a half-ton or say you have a 3/4 ton truck and you're wanting to go ahead and start out in commercial lawn care landscaping. Maybe you have a couple accounts you can pick up right off the bat. You're gonna have an employee from day one. You're gonna be running 2 0-turns, maybe a stand-on, a 0-turn, whatever it may be. Then I would recommend looking at a 16-foot trailer. This has tandem dual axles. This allows for you to start to do some mulch hauling, bigger than just 3-4 yards that you can only haul on a single axle. The more it allows you to be able to expand your services. So guys, these are the 3 different size setups that you could use. A 5x8 or 5x10 trailer, whether you pull it behind a car, a small SUV, or your smaller truck, whatever it is, it allows you to be able to get your stuff on a trailer and use it right out the gates. The next thing is gonna be bumping up to like a 12-foot with 4-foot side landscape trailer. This is a step up from your utility trailer. And then getting into from a 12-foot into a 16-foot trailer. If you're gonna start hauling mulch and compost and stuff like that, doing flower bed jobs, I recommend the bigger trailer and also a bigger truck. I remember the first time I got my 18-foot trailer loaded down behind my half-ton pickup, I was backing in with a load of compost and mulch to redo some flower beds, and it started dragging me down the hill. That's actually when I messed up the transmission in my truck. I think it was a week later, I went out and bought myself a 3/4 ton Dodge. And so guys, that's the thing, you know, be safe, be mindful of what you have, but utilize what you currently have vehicle-wise. The vehicle that you're gonna be using this for is probably gonna be your biggest investment. And so make sure that you're catering to that and you're not getting something that's not gonna be safe when hauling this equipment that you're using. But then also guys, start out with just the core essentials with the services you know you're gonna provide. And as you grow your company, expand on your profits, invest those profits back into your business on things like a hedge trimmer or a wheelbarrow or different landscape tools so you can grow and expand your business with your profits without accumulating a lot of debt. So guys, thank you for watching this video. If you'd like to see one focused on the business side of things like, do I do a sole proprietor? Do I do a DBA? Do I do an LLC? Do I do an S Corp? You know, whatever it is, how do I set up my business? Or if you want to know tax side of things, how you should track your money, leave a comment down below and we'll definitely follow it up. So guys, this was inspired by you guys sending me DMs, asking me, you know, what would I recommend for you starting out your company? I hope that you found today helpful and that you will think about these things. Also, send me an email if you want to expand further, maybe on what you have, what you need, etc. And guys, I look forward to talking to you. God bless. We'll see you next time here on Lawn Care Tips and Tricks.